In our modern technological age, with the nearly inescapable prevalence of social media, it's easier than ever to find information we need at a moment's notice. This can be a powerful tool to advance our knowledge base in really any field of our choosing. On top of being able to research very quickly with search engines, we can also share what we find with tons of other people online via social media. But unfortunately, it can also have a negative influence on our lives. The widespread circulation of false or hurtful information is a big concern with social media. One other very large concern is the way that it can change how we view our own lives. Our feeds are often filled with people enjoying luxurious new purchases, traveling around the world, fulfilling their dreams, working out, or otherwise just having an amazing time while we sit on the couch wondering what we're going to do with our Sunday night before we go back to work tomorrow. It really goes without saying, people are inclined to post these sorts of things on social media simply because that's the way it's designed. An ongoing lust for likes and engagement means that people have to play this social media game, and the game is one with eye-catching posts of things that people wish they could have or do. Unfortunately, the mundane qualities of life, however important, are of no interest when superficial likes are at stake. I'd like to share with you 4 quotes that have helped me rethink the way that I see and use social media. Maybe they'll help you too. Here's the first. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus is highlighting an immensely important message here that we can remember when we're scrolling through our feeds. What we have is, way more often than not, good enough. Practicing gratitude is one really great way to start to enjoy the lives that we have now without always chasing more and more, leading to this empty feeling that never goes away. When you wake up in the morning or you're going to bed, try just thinking of 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for in life that you have right now without changing anything. As you do this more and more, and it may feel a little weird at first, you might start to find you actually don't really need as much as you think you do to feel happy and fulfilled. For if there is a sin against life, it consists not so much in despairing of life, as in hoping for another life, and in eluding the implacable grandeur of this life. Albert Camus' main focus, in a philosophical sense, was the philosophy of absurdism. Basically, absurdism is the belief that there is no purpose in life, there is no real meaning in this grand, infinite, chaotic, meaningless universe. This may sound upsetting at first, but I see it as this sort of freeing way of thought when I really break it down. You don't have to carve out some ultimate purpose or legacy in life for it to be worthwhile. Life has meaning simply because of its own nature. Your meaning in life can be just to live and experience all the emotional, sad, happy, indescribable things that occur throughout a lifetime. Your life matters and is valid just like everyone else's simply because you're alive and living it. There doesn't need to be any other meaning to that. The grass may always appear greener on the other side, but the reality of it is everybody's going through their own things that they only really know to themselves unless they choose to share them. As we all know, for the most part, social media is just showcasing the best of the best. Like on Instagram, it's that snapshot of one great moment in a day that maybe was otherwise kind of stressful or mundane. Albert Camus is saying in his quote, not to wish away and waste your single one precious life by just ruminating and daydreaming of a different life that may be better that probably doesn't really exist in real life. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. I think that these words hit the nail right on the head. They can be applied so well to our modern lives, even though Seneca lived over 1,950 years in the past. Really, you will never be happy if you're always chasing what others think, always looking for approval. It's a cold, hard fact of life that there will always be at least a few people who disagree with you in one way or another, whether it's just an opinion or a career choice or your general way of life. When Seneca says to live in harmony with nature, we can perceive it as just living by the natural order of things. We can free ourselves from that comparison and worrying by just living your natural life, which is unique to you. You value your own interests, purpose, goals over anybody else's. Imagine one day you look back over your life and realize you lived most of it according to the opinions of others. People who are probably not around anymore, who don't care about you at all. Wouldn't that feel like such a tragedy, to have not lived according to what you wanted to do? Reclaim your life now. Do what you feel you should do. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This last one is also from Epictetus, and it has a very similar message to the first one I shared. Basically, if we always think we need like the newest pair of shoes or the most updated phone model to be cool or valid, we will be trapped in this cycle of consuming and wanting that really only benefits the companies that are selling to us. As you drain your self-worth, you'll be filling the coffers of these businesses that do not care about you. If we see Epictetus' mention of wealth as more subjective and immaterial, we can learn that feeling good enough in your current state is the solution to constant wanting. From this perspective, feeling wealthy, for example by practicing gratitude, will make us wealthy, even if we don't have millions in our bank account. Essentially, perspective is the most important component of our actual reality. How we see things determines how things really are, in a sense. And those are the 4 quotes I think really change my perspective on how I use social media. I hope they do the same for you guys if you choose to continue using social media. Just be careful, make sure you monitor your own perspective, don't get too sucked up into it. If you guys like this sort of video and want to see more, the best way to show me would be to subscribe down below or leave a comment. Let me know what you liked about the video, any interesting quotes you have that you found in your own readings. It would be great to sort of build this community of like-minded people who are interested in reading and learning, well-being and philosophy, all those sorts of things. Until next time, I hope you have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, and as always, never stop learning. See ya.